Passwords. It's something that most of us, when we start first getting technology, we've been so trained on. Passwords, passwords, passwords. Right? You gotta have secret passwords to log in, to connect, to access. Here's the reality. In the current day and age that we live in, and how the technology works, and how cyber criminals target us, the reality is passwords are dead. Passwords are not by themselves going to protect your information, your data, and your family. We have to recognize that we need to move to the next level. Because here's the reality. Any site that you can log in using only a password, the probability that that password that you're using is used in other cases and attackers have access to it is very high probability. Because here's the reality. Nobody uses unique, unguessable passwords on every single account. Right? If we went in every single account, we had amazing memory, and this account was R3X pound 5WS uppercase low R lowercase L and we had all that great stuff. Yeah, passwords could probably still be effective. But the reality today is most people pick one or two passwords. They use it on all their accounts. It's been compromised in accounts, so attackers have it in their database. And many passwords systems don't have account lockout. So the reality is the ability for somebody to be able to get your name, get your password, and log into an account is a pretty high probability. It's a pretty high risk. So what we need to do, and the good news is it's out there and available, we just need to recognize and understand that today, 2FA and MFA is the future, my friends. Two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication. You've seen it, you've used it, you're probably aware of it. Basically, you go in and you log into a site and it's going to check your username and password and it's going to check the location you're coming from. If you're coming from a new location, it's going to go in and check with you first with an email saying, hey, we noticed you're logging in from a new location. Is this you? So then you verify and say yes. Then it texts you to another device, a password that says, okay, here's your one-time code. And then you actually have to enter it in to authenticate to the system. Then you receive an email notification that says, hey, we've noticed a new login. We want to make sure it's you. If that's how you utilize access control for your banking, your personal, your financial, and your health information, that's how we embrace a secure world. Notice the steps. We have a user ID and password. We're tracking where you're coming from. We're notifying you. We're giving you a new code. And then we're letting you know that there was a new login. If you are doing those basic steps, it's really hard for an attacker to compromise your account. Really hard. How are they going to do it? First, if they're coming from a new location, you're going to catch it. If you're in Virginia and somebody's trying to log in from Chicago or California or Russia, you're going to know that's not you and you're going to block it. Makes it really hard. Then even if they pass that, they're not going to get the one-time code. And even if they pass that, you get a notification and you could block them in the future. So we do these basic steps and all of a sudden, we start taking back control. We start winning this war. We start getting ahead of the attacker. We start thinking like the criminals so we can stay one step ahead and protect our information and our data. Now, I know the pushback I always get from folks is, oh, but Eric, that takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of work. Well, guess what? You know what takes a lot of time? Your account being compromised. You know what takes a lot of time? Your identity being stolen. So the question is this. Do you want to spend 30 seconds securely logging in? Or do you want to save 30 seconds now, but then have your account compromised or your identity stolen, and then you have to spend 6 months of your life trying to go in and rebuild, retake, and regain control. Here's the reality. Being secure requires you doing certain things. Don't view it as an inconvenience. View it as normal operating procedures. Let me ask you a question. Do we go in and say pressing the brake is an inconvenience? Do we say locking the door in our car is an inconvenience? Do we say putting on a seatbelt is a convenience? Do we say an airbag is an inconvenience? No. Why? Because we've accepted them. We recognize that, yes, it takes a few seconds to put on a seatbelt. It takes additional time to press the brake. It takes additional time to do those things. But the security and safety that we get is worth it. So we've now accepted that as a normal part of our life. We now, as we move to a cyber digital world, we need to start implementing those same best practices. We need to recognize that we need to verify and validate where we're logging in from. We need to use two-factor authentication. We need to check and verify where the accounts are coming from. If we start doing these simple, basic measures, we can start taking back control, securing, and protecting our lives.